Okay, sports fans, it is finally time for our small greenbottle blue tarantula to move into a larger habitat. Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. If you remember, we have had problems in the past transferring greenbottle blues from their smaller habitats into their larger habitats. My hands-off approach usually lasts anywhere from 2 days to maybe a week with a normal tarantula, but with a greenbottle blue, we have had the transfers last, I think the quickest one was 4 or 5 days, and the longest one was well over a month, maybe almost 2 months, until I finally said, that's it, you're moving out! Or I should say, you're moving on up to fancier habitat. As you know, I try to just let them do it on their own, give them the motivation, put it in there, open the habitat, let them gently and gracefully and stealthily move at their own pace into the new habitat. Doesn't always work that way. The habitat we currently have this smaller greenbottle blue in is the same style habitat we had our curly hair tarantula in. You put this habitat together, the tabs pop in, these rubber bands go over the tabs to hold them in place. And why I like this style of habitat is because when it comes to transferring, all you have to do is remove those rubber bands and pop a side off or pop a wall off. It is very easy, or I should say, it is a lot easier to force a transfer using this style of habitat. And this style of habitat, except for those slots for the air holes there, these are very optically friendly. In other words, very easy to film through. The problem I am currently having is that the greenbottle blue is a very fast tarantula. They can be defensive, they are skittish, they could flick some airs, but man, they are fast. So fast that I don't necessarily feel comfortable removing any more of the original habitat than the one side. So we're going to just try to nudge him in there a little bit and let him do his thing. And I'll tell you right here, I expect this video to last a couple days. So we're getting started today. I'm going to film it periodically over the next couple days, or at least until he transfers on his own, or I have to help him. And then I will compile all of those clips together, and that's the video you're watching now. So now that I explained the situation, I'm going to slap some music on this video. We'll see what happens, and then I'll talk to you at the end of the video. All right, the transfer is complete. And if you have not yet noticed, I think you have, but if you have not yet noticed, Greenbottle blues, since they come from a desert region in Venezuela, they're not a high humidity tarantula. In fact, the exact opposite, much like the Mexican red knee and our Mexican fireleg. But for ornaments and decorations within their habitats, I've moved to cactus, or is it cacti? Either way, I wanted him to feel more at home, like he was back in the deserts of Venezuela. And as you can see here, the little cave we put in there for him is a different style than we've used in the past. These guys are semi-arboreal. In other words, they could be terrestrial and be on the ground. They could dig a hole, they could hide in a cave, or they could be up in the trees. And they will sling their web and make web hammocks all over their habitat. This habitat is also a little different than the other ones we have. Instead of being a 15-inch deep habitat, it's only a 12-inch deep habitat, but it is longer. Give him more area to web up. All right, transfer complete. What do you think? Are you a fan of these tarantulas? They are cool looking, very ornate. They can be skittish and defensive. Then again, some people call that aggressive. Either way, whatever you call it, you got to be careful because they can be fast and moving all around. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And they can flick some hairs at you. Leave your comments in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.